tenses. Let's start with present tense. Simple present. Use 1. Simple present is used to describe repeated actions. Use the simple present to express the idea that an action is repeated or usual. The action can be a habit, a hobby, a daily event, a scheduled event, or something that often happens. It can also be something a person often forgets or usually does not do. Here are examples. I play tennis. She does not play tennis. Does he play tennis? The train leaves every morning at 8 a.m. The train does not leave at 9 a.m. Use 2. Simple present is also used with facts or generalizations. The simple present can also indicate the speaker believes that a fact was true before, is true now, and will be true in the future. It is not important if the speaker is correct about the fact. It is also used to make generalizations about people or things. Some examples are: cats like milk. Birds do not like milk. Do pigs like milk? California is in America. California is not in the United Kingdom. Use 3. Simple present can also be used while talking about scheduled events in the near future. Examples: the train leaves tonight at 6 p.m. The bus does not arrive at 11 a.m., it arrives at 11 p.m. When do we board the plane? The party starts at 8 o'clock. Let's look at present continuous tense. Use 1 to describe something happening now. For example, you are learning English now. You are not swimming now. Are you sleeping? I am sitting. Use 2 to describe longer actions in progress now. For example, I am studying to become a doctor. Use 3. Present continuous can also be used to describe something happening in near future. For example, I am meeting some friends after work. I am not going to the party tonight. Let's discuss present perfect now. Use 1. Present perfect is used to describe an action that happened at an unspecified time before now. For example, there have been many earthquakes in California. Next, let's look at present perfect continuous. Use 1. Used with something that started in the past and has continued up until now. Some examples are: they have been talking for the last hour. She has been working at that company for 3 years. Moving on to past tense, let's start with simple past. Use 1. Simple past is used to describe a completed action in the past. For example, I saw a movie yesterday. I didn't see a play yesterday. Last year, I traveled to Japan. Use 2. Simple past can also be used for a series of completed actions. For example, I finished work, walked to the beach, and found a nice place to swim. The third use of simple past is to describe a duration in the past. For example, I lived in Brazil for 2 years. Shauna studied Japanese for 5 years. Let's look at past continuous. Use 1. Use with an interrupted action in the past. For example, I was watching TV when she called. When the phone rang, she was writing a letter. Use 2. Past continuous is also used with parallel actions in past. For example, I was studying while he was making dinner. While Ellen was reading, Tim was watching television. Past perfect tense. This tense is important as there are questions on GMAT sentence correction related to this. Use 1. Completed action before something in the past. Some examples are: before he left the party, Jay had talked to us. I had never seen such a beautiful beach before I went to Miami. I did not have any money, because I had lost my wallet. Tony knew Istanbul so well, because he had visited the city several times. Had Susan ever studied Thai before she moved to Thailand? She only understood the movie because she had read the book. Christine had never been to an opera before last night. We were not able to get a hotel room because we had not booked in advance. A. Had you ever visited the United States before your trip in 2006? B. Yes, I had been to the United States once before. Moving on to past perfect continuous. Use 1. To describe an action that started in the past and continued up until another time action in the past. For example, they had been talking for over an hour before Tony arrived. She had been working at that company for 3 years when it went out of business. Use 2. Past perfect continuous is also used when talking about cause of something in the past. For example, Sam gained weight because he had been overeating. To wrap up, let's look at usage of future tense. Simple future. You will help him later. Future continuous. You will be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight. Future perfect. You will have perfected your English by the time you come back from the United States. Future perfect continuous. You will have been waiting for more than 2 hours when her plane finally arrives. For more information, visit www.gmatcoaching.com.